Welcome to Breaking Paradigms, a podcast where we talk about global perspectives on spatial planning in practice and theory, by Constanze Frech and Kusché.
The podcast Breaking Paradigms is a collaborative effort of Constanze Frech and Kusché. It focuses on spatial planning, especially regarding knowledge transfer and non-European practices and theories. Every 30-minute episode centers around a different topic and should give insights and perspectives on both theory and practice. Our goal is to be educational for those still studying and already in the professional field. We seek to collaborate with experts in their respective fields from all continents and build a platform to exchange niche subjects and start a conversation. First, let us introduce ourselves and how we came to where we are today.
Hi everyone, my name is Constanze Frech. I was born in 1991 in Vienna and grew up in Vienna's suburbs. As I graduated from a vocational high school focused on social management, I'm actually an educated social worker and medical assistant. I also used to work as a paramedic before I realized that I wanted to do something else. I thought I wanted to study something technical, but I also wanted to be able to bring my expertise of social work. In the interplay of both of my interests, technology and social work, combined with my fascination for cities, I found my perfect study, spatial planning at the University of Technology of Vienna, which offers a strong focus on urban sociology. During my bachelor studies, I realized that my world are cities, and I'm more interested in urban than regional planning. So I did one exchange semester at Hafen City University in Hamburg, where I could study urban planning. For my master's degree, I decided to do a double degree offered by my home university, TU Vienna, and Tongji University Shanghai. With my master thesis titled Factors Influencing the Formation of Mental Images of the Residents in a Rapidly Changing City, a multi-methodical empiric study on the mental image of Shanghai, I graduated from those two universities. Therefore, I'm an internationally educated urban planner and authorized to work and plan in cities around the world. But was I prepared and trained for that?
My name is Kusché. My journey of life started in 1992. I grew up in the 16th district of Vienna, back then a disintegrating but very diverse workers' district. I graduated from high school with a focus on math, geometry, and technical drawing. After doing a few summer internships at an architectural bureau and a visit to the TU Vienna as part of a Women in STEM initiative, I realized that I wanted to study spatial planning. But before I could really get into that, I went on to do a voluntary year in Maputo in Lesotho. Living and working there was a unique and multifaceted experience that gave me insight on informal living, livelihood strategies, and a new perspective on the influence of the North. Afterwards, I dove into my planning studies and took every opportunity I could to participate in lectures that focused on international planning. Aside from the research and studying, I did my master's project in Addis Ababa in cooperation with local students who taught me a lot about local institutions and practices which needed upscaling and set the cornerstones for our publication, Addis Sharing. For my Erasmus semester, I went to TU Dortmund to take classes of the Spatial Planning for Regions in Growing Economies curriculum, which focuses on the Global South, and led me to expand my knowledge both in class and in discussions with my fellow students, who were and are professionals from and on the Global South. Those classes inspired me to write my master thesis on the knowledge transfer between South and North, and led me into Tanzania to do research on local planning practices. But after all these years shaping me and my thinking within planning practices and theories, it also kept me wondering, where do global planning theories enter our regular curriculums?
This and other questions we want to answer with the podcast Breaking Paradigms.
So how did this all start?
Often, Sarah and I were sitting at the kitchen table, enjoying a meal and discussing about urban design, ideas for using courtyards, participation processes, a lack of bike infrastructure, international best practices, and interesting innovative ideas.
Among all these topics, we realized we were most passionate about knowledge transfer and good communication about spatial planning.
So we came up with the idea of the podcast to share and create a platform for those topics which otherwise don't find a stage.
Originally, it was just a crazy idea, but then we decided on doing a podcast for at least 1 year with 25 episodes, and we already decided on the following topics.
We'll start a conversation about planning education around the globe, finding out what different places focus on.
We will also look at city perception as a means towards identity building and south to north knowledge transfer.
Then we'll take a look on China's influence in Africa, vernacular planning, architecture and structures in cities of the global south.
And we will talk about formality and informality, the data gap, and a discussion about the right to property.
We're looking forward to this journey with you all. Please leave a comment or suggestion and be part of the conversation.
This was Breaking Paradigms by Constanze Frech and Sarah Kusché. Be part of the conversation. Connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, and at breakingparadigms.org. If you like what we do, consider supporting us and join our Patreon community. Content and editing by Constanze Frech and Sarah Kusché. Sound design by Dídac Barroso and Florian Frech.